Hey friends, Kristen here for a new episode of Free Spirit Beading. Today we are going to wire wrap a square cabochon. Make a little pendant together. How is everyone doing? If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join us on our jewelry making adventures. We're here live a few times a week. I'm here on Mondays at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Sarah is here on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And then we sometimes have Joyce on Fridays at 9:30 a.m. And then we do some other special lives as well, in addition to our normal live times. So come join us on our jewelry making adventures. I realized right before I went live that my phone was a little low on its battery. So I'm letting it charge for a moment while we chat for a minute or a couple of minutes. I just got 2 kits in the mail from Softlex Company. I got the Guardian Angel kit, which is the one we're going to open up the end of December, the last Wednesday of the month at 1 p.m. Pacific time. This one will be, we have bead power. This one will be our mystery kit we unveil. I love that. Terry says we don't need any battery power. We have bead power. Yeah, we do. And then this one is our TGBE Winter Market kit. It's called Kind Heart. So I can't show you either of these yet. They are mystery until those events. We've got, oh gosh, I didn't really look to see how many we had left of either, but we just put these for sale about a week ago, just a little over a week ago. So we have a kit sale happening right now. We also have the Guardian Angel kit that is sold out that we've been playing with, but you can still get the mix and you can get the Guardian Angel bead strand. Those are both still available, as well as the Artisan Angel bead strand. And we introduced a whole bunch of angel wings. We've got these angel wing charms in 3 different metal tones. And then we also have these little angel wings. You can find them over at softlexcompany.com. Let me share what the sale is happening right now. Ooh, that's interesting. We've got 10% off your entire purchase, including sale items, when you buy 2 or more design kits. You'll use that coupon code MARYKITMAS. That's MERRYKITMAS at checkout when you add 2 kits or more into your cart, and then that will discount everything that you've got in there 10% off, including anything that might be a sale or a bundle or an outlet or a closeout. So that's our sale happening right now. It's going on until tomorrow, December 9th, over at softlexcompany.com. And we also have happening our live sales. We've got 2 live sales that you can shop through today, December 8th at midnight Pacific time. We've got our normal regular live sale, and it's the last one of the year. And we've got the Bead Shopping Network Winter Market, which was a special live sale we did on Friday, where I think the majority of the items were marked 40% off, and they were a little more higher end items, stuff from Mike's collection. So you've got 2 sales that you can shop through today over on the Softlex Company live sale app. You can download Softlex Company app from your devices, or you can go to softlexcompany.com, click on the live sale in the header, and that will take you to the live sale website. or you can shop with us on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you can check out Softflex Company's Facebook page, and you can see those 2 live sales are pinned and featured. You can also go to the video section. You can get to them there. They will disappear as of tomorrow. So today is the last day to shop those live sales. And as I'm clicking around on here, I just want to share that you can follow us a few different places. We've got a Facebook group called the Softflex VIB Studio. You can find us on Instagram at Softflex Company. You can find us on TikTok at Softflex Wire. We're on YouTube, which you may be watching us right now at Softflex Company. And then we're also on Pinterest, on X, and on Threads. So let's see who's here. Rosa did a really nice job packaging my live sale gems. Thank you, Rosa, says Caroline. Awesome. I love to hear that. Rosa always does a great job. She's very thoughtful and takes her time with things. So that's wonderful to hear. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Cecilia. Hi, Rachel. Rachel says, oh my, I keep adding more to my cart. I'm now considering a cabochon so that I could do this. Oh, yes. So I bought from the live sale, well, not from the live sale, but I contacted Rosa because I knew we've had them in the sale in the past. And I said, what have we got in the gallery? And so I've got the square one, which has like a very symmetrical, almost sacred geometry design on there. And then I got this oval one, which is not picking up the flash as much from this angle, but it has more of the browns and the blues in it. I don't know. I'll show it to you when I go down. And that's an oval one. And then I also got a teardrop one, which has some fun carvings in there. So I decided to play with the square one because I don't think I've ever wire wrapped a square cabochon before. Hi, Jacqueline and Terry and Zach and Debbie. Sorry if I've missed you. I see there's a lot of friends coming in, and Jacqueline and Sherry. Yes, I don't know how to do the teardrop one either. I don't know that I've done a teardrop either. I've done only ovals and, well, I've done ovals, I've done circles on the channel, and I've done like a shape that is irregular, like in like a wonky irregular shape. So yes, these labradorites are in the, I think they're in the Bead Shopping Network sale that happened on Friday. So it'll say BSN 12/6. And then we also have a live sale that was on 12/5. So there's 2 to shop. And I believe these were in the BSN 12/6 sale. And then I don't know that there were too many left. So if you do find they all sell out on you, you can give us can email Rosa and she can take a look at what we've got. Just might take her a little while because she's got a lot of sale orders to pack up. So it wouldn't be as quick as buying it from the live sale. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, let me see if there's anything else I want to share before I go check my phone and see if it's charged enough. Oh, I've got some bead strands. I could show you those real fast. I've got this is the Champagne Toast bead strand that coordinates with our Champagne Toast kit. And this stunner is the Kind Heart bead strand. This coordinates with our Kind Heart kit. And then, like I said, Guardian Angel kit has sold out, but this is the Guardian Angel bead strand that coordinated with that kit. We still have some of these left, and then we still have some of the Guardian Angel bead mixes and some of the Kind Heart, which are brand new bead mixes in the shop over at softflexcompany.com. I'm going to give away a Guardian Angel bead mix on the video today. So if you see the little banner scrolling along the bottom, use the hashtag Angel. That will get you into the drawing, and we will choose a winner at the end of the video. You must be here to win. I'm going to use the Square Cabochon today. I'm going to use some Softlex craft wire. I've got 2 gauges, 18 gauge and 24 gauge, but you could even go thinner. This is just the thinnest I happen to have in the non-tarnished silver. So I'm going to do 24, but you could go thinner if you have thinner. So you could do 26 as well. Okay, what other tools do I need? I will need my chain nose pliers, my cutters, my round nose pliers, and my nylon jaw pliers. My desk is a mess right now. It feels so, I had someone over to create with me yesterday. We made the beaded plants together from the last video I did. She saw it. She's not a beader. So she saw that me post this and was like, hey, can I come over and we make one? So I helped her make one of those. And I was like, I'm so sorry. My office is a mess. It's never this bad. But I guess I've had a lot of stuff going on. That's what happens at the holidays, right? Between your projects, my tutorials, and my gifts and all that stuff. But look at this guy. I picked up this vase at the Dollar Tree. This one and this one. And they are perfect to fit those little round ball. This one's a little bit larger. Those round ball little floral thingies. Floral foam. These guys. They pop right down in there. And so I'm going to do a few more with those ceramic flower beads in these pots. I couldn't make up my mind. I got both of these styles because I was like, which one do I like? So I got them both to try. And then there was a third that my friend took home with her. And that one was really pretty too. But they're really nice, aren't they? I think $1.25, right? I think that was how much they were. But I was really, really impressed. So going to use these beauties for some more beaded plants or French beaded flowers. Or maybe I'll combine the two. That'll be fun too, right? Okay, let me go get my phone. Excuse me. Knocking into everything as I come back. Okay. So let me get this other hand cam into the mix. And just to make things even more exciting, I installed a new program onto my computer. And I'm curious, do I have to actually sign in to StreamYard or can I use this? So we're going to try something real fast before we get going. I want to figure out if there's a way. And if I can't figure it out quickly, then I will come back and do this another time. Okay. Where'd I go? You can't see me, right? All right, never mind. I'll do that another time. That didn't work as expected. Yeah, you saw, yeah, it went black, right? I saw that it was like, I thought it was going to switch to the other camera, but it did not. Okay. Oh, I also have some painter's tape. So that's something else you might want to have handy to help with the cabochon making. If you missed some of these beads, we added some more of these check glass bicone beads online. I, of course, picked up some of the greens. We had these 2 greens to add to my little beaded plants. So if you're making beaded plants, grab some of these to add. They're fun. They're a fun shape to add in. And I particularly like this color to add in just to give it a little variety with all of those darker greens that I've got in my beaded plant. So these are 4 colors. There's definitely more in the product, but these are 4 of the newer colors I grabbed. Like I said, I'm on the hunt for green beads. So funny, I went to go look in my stash and it's like, I hardly have any green beads. And I was really surprised. There's that champagne toast. Before I put these away, I'll just show you one more time under the light. There's the guardian angel. And there is the kind heart bead strand. And again, we've got those 2 mixes available. So if you mix out on the Guardian Angel kit, you can still grab the mix and the strand, and you can get the Green Girl Studios pendant while they last. There's only a handful of these left. Oh, and these are on sale. I should mention that. So for this weekend only. So it's going to end tonight. Just they were on sale with the live sale. So if you like these Green Girl Studio pendants, I think we've only got 5 or 6 left on the website, and they're 20% off as of right now until tomorrow or until tonight. And the artisan bead strand that had all of the little angels on them. You get 4 of these sweet little angel on that strand. That one's 20% off as well, because we put them in the live sale. And I was like, if we're putting them in the live sale, we need to give a little discount online too. So this way, if you're shopping the live or if you're shopping on the website, you can get that discount either way while supplies last. I should mention that we don't combine sales, so make sure that if you check out on the live sale, we've got free shipping over there happening. But then if you check out online, it's going to have your shipping cost unless you use that free shipping coupon code, which is over $99. You can enter free shipping to use that coupon code. But they're 2 different inventories, and they're handled differently with different programs and different people packing and shipping. So it's really hard to combine the 2. So just know that when you're shopping, that they are separate entities. Okay, so here are our cabochons. I'm gonna have to cut this one free and start again because I don't have another one. This is like my one and only sample. And then here is that one. It's kind of got a tropical vibe, this one. It's got some tropical flowers and a big leaf down here carved in. And then this one, again, has kind of a tropical vibe because it's got those 3 leaves carved in there. Super pretty. Yes, you could do it that way, or you could do it this way. These 2 are a little bit warmer with their flash. And this one has got that really cool blue. So like I said, I'm going to use 18 gauge and 24 gauge of Softflex craft wire. It's non-tarnish, silver plated. It is a copper core hard wire that has an enameling on it with the plating, the silver on top. So it doesn't flake or easily scratch. It's really high quality. This is the silver plated one that we're using today. And we're going to cut using a flush cutter. We're going to cut 30 inches of the 18 gauge. Let me get my ruler out. 10, 20, 30. I'm going to go ahead and use my nylon jaw pliers just to smooth it out a little bit since it comes off the roll. So there's that. And then for the 24 gauge, I'm first just going to cut just a small little piece off. This is about 4 inches. I did put a link to another YouTube channel, Oksana Crafts, I believe is what her name is, in the description because I watched one of her videos to help me with the details on this. And she cut 29 inches. I cut 30. I just like to round it up. And then cut it off afterwards. And so we're using mostly the 18 gauge. We are going to do a little wire weaving on the bail, and that's when you use the smaller gauge in there. And then you also use the smaller gauge, the 24 is what I'm using, to do some little connections. Oh, it's going to make me so sad to pull this apart. I'm going to cut it and leave it on my table somewhat intact so that I could look at it if I need to. Hopefully I can remember what I did. Okay, so I want it to be in this direction. So I'm going to kind of hold it this way. And I want to find the center of my wire. So I'm just going to pull my top wires together and kind of pull it down to give me a roundabout for that center. And then I'm going to go ahead and place this down here. I'm going to go ahead and, using my fingers, wrap it around this cabochon, doing my best to hold it in place and not hit all of the things on my table, like so. Oh my gosh, a tropical bird. I'm lucky I can get a square. So I'm going to take this little piece here and just loosely wrap it around the base. And what this will do is give us some spacing in our, this will be taken off before we're finished. So it's just to give us a little added space on our frame. I'm just going to trim it away so it's not too bothersome. Hello, hello. Hi, friends. Okay, so now I'm going to position this back in here and take a look at what I did. And this is where your painter's tape is going to come in handy. So I'm going to tape down. And your painter's tape is good because it's not sticky. because otherwise I will never be able to hold on to this. But we are gonna tape the edges. Tape one side down there. And then I will tape this side. And now now I can actually hold it a little bit and make some adjustments here to the shape. And then I'm going to go ahead and tape up this corner and this corner. So now I've got all of these corners taped here. And my wire is going in each of these directions. So what I want to do now is take my chain nose pliers and I'm going to take each wire and bend it so it's straight up. So I'll start with this one. I'm going to go right by my tip and bend that one up. And then I'm going to do the same with the other one. Bend that one up. And then using my fingers, I'm just going to try and straighten them out a little bit. So that I get them side by side, pointing up. Okay, so I'm going to place that down for a second, and I'm going to cut some more of the 24 gauge wire for the wire weaving. You don't need too much. We're only going to weave up about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. And so I'm going to say maybe 10 inches, and hopefully I have more than I need. So you got to make sure you're holding this where you've got your, this is my front because I've got my etching on there, and this is my back, so you know what your front and your back are. Try and move that out of the way a little bit. I'm going to take this thin wire and poke it through in between the two wires, and I'm going to hold it. I'm just going to hold it in the back. So now I'm going to go around. I'm going to do a pattern where I go around the one side of the wire twice, and then I go around both of them twice, and then one side, and then both of them. Oh my gosh, the painter's tape. I would have never been able to do this without the painter's tape. And I did, yes, I am setting it like a diamond instead of a square. I should add that to the description, shouldn't I? So I am doing this square in a diamond shape. So we're going to go around this one on the right and kind of feed it through the center. So you wrapped it around that one. And I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to wrap it around that one. I'm going to go through the center of the two strands. And then using my chain nose pliers, I'm just going to tighten that up. Now I'm going to go around both of the wires. So I'm taking this around both. And just adjusting them so that they don't crisscross. And I'm going to do that 2 times. And then I will tighten up those wraps. So now that's the same pattern. I'm going to continue to do 2 on the right. So through the center, 2 on the right, and then 2 around both. And that's just going to be my wire weaving pattern. And I'm going to do that till we get to about 3/4 of an inch to an inch, somewhere in there. And that will be the size of my veil. So again, after I do 2 wraps, I'm going to come in and just tighten those weaves. And then I'm going to go around both wires again. And I find once you get going, it gets a little bit easier to kind of keep them next to each other, and I don't always have to clean it up as much with my chain nose plier. Is everyone making some holiday gifts? Are you making things to bring to any markets or boutiques? Are you making any things for your friends or family? My issue is always shipping. I love to make things, and then I have a hard time getting all of those things in the mail in a timely manner to get them out to everybody. It would be so much easier if everyone lived nearby, but they don't. I have a few of my holiday greeting cards in a boutique little pop-up. So I'm hoping that some people will take those home for the month of December. I also have some Swarovski crystal earrings in the pop-up too. Oh, I love that, Dana. Dana says my mom picked out something from her inventory. That happened with my friend who was here yesterday. I don't have too many people in my space here that often. And I don't, with jewelry, it makes such a big difference when you actually see it. And so she was in here, we were doing the beaded plants, and then she was just like, can I look at all your jewelry? Like, yes, of course. So she took something home with her. I was like, I wish I could get people in here more. I might have to do like an open house or something. I've thought about that in the past, but I've never done it. So I'm at just shy of an inch. I'm kind of between 3/4 and an inch, like right in the middle there. So that's fine. I'll stop there. So with my some of this excess, I'm just going to go around the one on the end a couple of times to end it off. So I'm going inside and doing just a few. There's 3, maybe I'll do one more. And there's 4. And then again, this was my front, so I want my wire to make sure that it ends in the back. I'm kind of tighten that up a little bit. I'm going to bring that to the back. I'm just going to take my chain nose pliers and just give a little flattening to tighten all those up a little bit. Flip it to the other side. This is now the back side. Anita says, we are doing no gifts this Christmas. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of no gifts too, but then I end up making something small, which is, but normally, I mean, we're not really big on my kids get stuff. I bought myself like a few little things, just stuff that I've needed or wanted and hadn't done yet. But other than that, it's pretty low key. I'm going to trim off this one at the bottom, the excess from that first wrap. And then I'm also going to trim, I'm going to tighten this up first. So it looks like it'd be a little tighter. Okay. I'm also going to trim this one up here. And then using my pliers, going to make sure I can flatten that, tuck them in. As best as I can. This one's a little trickier. I'm going to go ahead and trim just a little bit more off. Okay. All right, so that's where I'm at right now. This is the back. This is the front. So now I'm going to make my bail. And I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that with my bail making pliers to make it a little easier on myself than I did the first time. And looking at this, I'm going to see if it goes around the largest one or if I have to go a little smaller. Looks like I got to go a little smaller. I'm going to switch it to the next size. And that's the back, right? Yes, okay. Okay, so what did I do here? Let me see if I can remember. All right, so I went around both sides. So I take one wire up one way, the other wire up the other way, and then close that in a little bit more for my bail. And now I'm going to take the one on the left, swing it around to the right. The one on the right, swing it around to the left. So it crisscrosses at the top. Now I'm going to look and see which one is on top. For me, it's this one that's going in this direction. So because that's the one on top, that's the one I'm going to bend first. And I'm just going to do it with my hands very slowly. I'm going to bend it, curve it to this side here. Kind of about halfway on this side of the square or the diamond. And then I take this one or am I supposed to do it the other way? Oh, I'm supposed to do it the other way. Let's bend that back a little bit. I think I'm supposed to do it the bottom one up and around. So let's do that instead. That feels better. So I've got the bottom one that went up and around. From there, this way. And then I take this one and it looks like I just go on the outside of that one, like so. So I've got a little swirl happening at the top. Now I'm going to take them around the back of the cabochon. So I'm going to bend one, and then I'm going to bend the other so that they come through on the back like this. And we're going to want them to go across to the other side. And now, as you could see, my tape is starting to get in the way. So I gotta work on taking that off. And I gotta take out this little guy down here too. So before I get any further, I'm gonna kind of loosen this up and I'm gonna remove my tape while I still can. And we're not really locked in entirely yet. So your cabochon can come out. And then we take off this little wiry piece that was here just for placement of giving us a little space. This way we could fit our tiny wire in to wrap stuff up at the end. Okay. All right, get that out of there. Then you're going to want to put this guy back in here. Hopefully I've got it in the same way. Let me look. I think, oh no, I think I had it this way actually. All right, so now we can go back to wrapping this wire that comes across the back. And you're going to fold it over the front again. It's going to go down like so. And for this one, I did a little swirl on the inside. So I'm going to take my hand and just swirl this inner one. And then it's going to come over this bottom. And then this one's just going to follow it. All right, looking at what I did before at this point, one of these wires is going to come back to the front like that. And the other one is going to turn into a swirl on the back end here. So I'm just going to bend that one kind of out of my way. So this one, I'm going to turn into a swirl going in this direction. And then that's going to connect there. And I feel like I had something across the bottom. So I'm trying to remember how I did that. Aha, I did. So maybe it was this one. This is where we get real quiet. Where do I get this one to come down? I didn't really want that to crisscross, but I might not have a choice at the moment with how I ended up here. And feed that back to the back. So there is where I'm at in the front. Jacqueline, I even wrote down notes. I even put drawings down next to me so that I would remember. So that's the only thing that I'm like, I know that didn't crisscross there the first time, but I'm gonna let it go and be okay with it. I'm happy with what's going on in the front here. And maybe I will just loop this around back here. Okay. So I'm going to trim off this one. And I want to make this more of a spiral. And I'm going to do the same thing back here. So we're going to connect with some wire here, but I may even do this, try and give it a little twist here to tighten that up, just because that got a little looser than I wanted it to be. And do I like you there? Or would I like you? Yeah, I think I'm all right there. So it's pretty sturdy as it is, which is really nice, but we're going to reinforce it. I'll trim this one just a little bit more if I can get my tool in there. Ooh la la la. Okay, I made a kind of double spiral, but that's okay. And then I'm just flattening it a little bit. Okay. Kind of move things around a little to get them where you want them. It's pretty. It's pretty. So now we're just going to grab some of that thinner wire again, the 24 gauge. And I'll do like 4 inches. And I want to reinforce this little guy right here, connect it to the wires at the top. So I'm just going to feed that through. I'm just wrapping it around the swirly one first on its own. So it's hooked in there. And then I'm going to add in the bottom one. And connect it to the swirl. And get this little tail out of the way. And then do that again. Use your chain nose pliers to kind of scrunch them together. And I'm going to see if I can get one more. trim that off and make sure to flatten that little piece down. So those two are connected, and then I can trim off this little tail too. Okay, so that reinforced that little section. This area over here is loose, so we're going to tighten this up with this guy. So again, I'm going to wrap around my spiral. And then move that tail out of my way. I'll do it one more time. And then figure out, where do I want to connect you to? I could go ahead and connect you into this one, perhaps. Pull that tight. My friend that was here yesterday was looking at all of the jewelry, and she's like, "You have a lot of patience." I said, when it comes to creativity and creative projects, I do have a lot of patience. I don't know if that applies to everything in my life. I go, but the joy and the benefit I get when I create gives me a lot of patience. I'm going to see if I can tighten this side of it too, actually. Instead of trimming it off, maybe I will go in a little deeper. Connect it to these here. That's good. Trim that off. And then I think the last spot is right over here where it's a little loose. So my last little area that I want to tighten up could be right in here. Hey, Ginny. No, Joyce hasn't been on in the same way because she's done a few special events. Like we did the live sale this last Friday. I think it would have been her normal day, but she's doing the live sale instead. And I'm not exactly sure what her plans are for the new year. But we've got plenty of projects from her in the past that you can check out and watch again, or if you haven't watched her whole playlist. It's a little trickier for Joyce. She doesn't work. She does do some other teaching, and she doesn't always, she's not in the office as full time. And she's got a lot of responsibilities with our inventory. So we went down to every other week for her to try and give it give her a little breathing room. But sometimes that doesn't even work because of other events that we have going on. We are trying to put a little calendar in our emails and on our recap blog on Fridays, so that because we always have so many things happening, it's hard to keep them all straight. So when she does have a video coming up, you will find it there. And if you subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook, you should get updates there when we put events up too. Let's see, how's that feeling? Yeah, that helped. That helped. I'm going to do a few more. So this part, I feel like, becomes a little more kind of intuitive of sorts, because you have to feel out where you might need a little reinforcement. And that's where you'll add your little extra wrapping. All right, I'm going to trim off the tail on this one. I think I'll trim off this one as well. Tuck that one in, tighten these up if you can, or flatten them a little bit. And there you go. Yes, you would put a little hashtag next to Angel to get entered in. Rachel says, I'm liking that calendar. Oh, good. Yeah, we just started it a few weeks ago. But it was like, there's just so many things. It's so hard to sometimes keep up with it all, right? So we started to put together a simple calendar. Cecilia, you are my idol. I don't know about that, but thank you. Ooh, that's kind of nice, actually. I just popped that one back a little bit. We did it. So my only little hiccup is that I would prefer if these were not crisscrossing over each other, so that it would be a little flatter on the back. But we made it work. We made it work, and I think it's fine. Ginny, the calendar is on the blog. We do a recap blog every Friday. So you'll find it on there, and it's in our emails. At the bottom of our emails, I put it in. So those are two places where you can find it. Gosh, I love these cabs. I just told Rosa I want another one. Because I'm making these as gifts. Now I have to figure out how to do a teardrop. And then I got to do this oval one too. So I'm making these as gifts, and I feel like I'm gonna want another one. Thanks, Terry. I know I was, for some of the ones I've done in the past, I've crisscrossed over the stone more, and because it was okay to do so. But on this one, I didn't want to, I wanted to try and not cover up too much, These were in the Bead Shopping Network winter market sale that was on Friday. Yes. And that sale goes until tonight. So take a look. There weren't too many. There were a couple in there. But if you want, that's the last sale. Those are the last two sales of the year. But I do know that I think we carry more in the gallery. I think we do. So you might be able to message Rosa after the sale. She'll be pretty busy the next week or two packing up all the orders, but after that, she could probably get to you and see if we have any others in the gallery for you to look at. They are carved. Yeah. This one's got leaves on it. This one has a really pretty flower. And this one has a flower and a leaf. Aren't they cool? I love them. And there was a really big one that Rosa showed me, and I probably should have gotten it. I should have got it for myself because I think it was probably like this big, and I kind of, maybe it's a little too big for gifts. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I probably should have went and got the biggest one too. They are labradorite. Sorry, I didn't say that. They are carved labradorite cabochon. Super cool, right? All right, let's see who our winner is today. My computer and my phone held up, I think, on not running out of power. It must have been all of that bead power. I know, it's so beautiful anyway, labradorite. It's kind of fun to have the carving just to change it up. And I was thinking even the bigger one could just be a beautiful stone that I keep on my stone table. It doesn't have to turn into a piece of jewelry if it feels a little too large. But it could be something that I just keep with all my other rocks, stones and rocks. All right, let's see. What do we got? We've got 53 of you that are on the giveaway. Last chance to use that hashtag angel in the comments to be entered to win. Let's go ahead and share that giveaway. We've got 10% off your entire order online at softflexcompany.com. When you put 2 kits into your cart, use the coupon code MARYKITMAS, MERRYKITMAS. That ends tomorrow, December 9th at midnight Pacific time. And like I said, we've got the 2 live sales happening. Those end this evening at midnight Pacific time. So you can shop them today. If you see something that is gone, but you want it, you could still put it on your wait list just in case somebody has it in their cart and they don't end up checking out with it. Just get that on your wait list and it'll pop into your cart if still available. 53 entries, but only 6 thumbs up. Thank you, Rachel. Let's hit that like button on YouTube, hit the heart on Facebook, and subscribe to us if you don't subscribe to us already on YouTube. We'd love to have you hanging out with us every week. All right, here we go. Who is it going to be? You've got to be here to win. So if you see your name, hear your name, let me know in the comments that you're still here. Hi, Sherry Built 7814. The wait lists work, says Laura. They do. The wait list, that's one of the best features of us switching to the system that we use now, is being able to have that wait list, because before it was really difficult following up with people, and a lot of times it just didn't happen, or you would have just missed out. So the wait lists are amazing. Take advantage of putting stuff on your wait list if you like them. And then if they become available, you'll get notified for that. Congrats, Sherry. She's here. Yay, yay, yay. Sherry, congratulations. You're going to win the Guardian Angel bead mix. Please send us an email at info@softflexcompany.com. Let us know your full name and address, as well as this YouTube handle, Sherry Built 7814. So this way the office can match you up with your prize and your winnings. It'll make it a lot easier on them if they've got your YouTube name, your name, and your address, so that they can ship your prize out to you. And that is info, INFO, at softflexcompany.com. I'll go ahead and type it in the comments too. I think Thomas might have stepped away. Moss at info@softflexcompany.com. There you go. So this way you know what I'm saying. Yay! Congratulations, Sherry. Yep, Thomas had to go get his kid. That's what I thought. I was just about that time where I looked at the clock and I said, oh, he probably stepped away for a second. Well, thanks everyone for being here with me today. Happy Monday. I hope you'll give this wire wrap a try. I am not a seasoned wrapper, wire wrapper. I do look for really simple wire wraps. I've done it a few times now, but they're still few and far between. So I feel like if I can do this, you can too. So I really hope you'll give it a try, and take that square cabochon, turn it on its side, make it a diamond, and I'd love to see what you make. So join us over on the SoftFlex Facebook group, VIB Studio, to share anything that you're creating, as well as to enter some of our giveaways that happen over there. Take care. And we'll see Sarah on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time for her How to Make Jewelry series. And then I'll be back again next Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time for a new episode of Free Spirit Beading. Bye, everybody.